Good morning, all of you. So, as you know, first type of organic compounds we are studying now. So, that is what hydrocarbons. So, these hydrocarbons, as we already studied in the last class, we will classifying into two types. So, one is what, everyone? That is only called as saturated hydrocarbons. Another one is called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. So under the saturated hydrocarbons, only single bond will come between the carbon and carbon. And here, at least one double bond or at least one triple bond will be present. That is what at least one double bond or one triple bond between whom again? Between carbon and carbon. Then that is called as unsaturated hydrocarbons. So these saturated hydrocarbons we already studied. Also we can say is called as what we used to call alkanes. So all the saturated hydrocarbons will ends with the ane. Same way unsaturated hydrocarbons we used to call two things. One is called as alkenes and another one is called as alkynes. So in last class we studied about alkenes and as well as the general formula of alkenes. So can anyone tell me what is the general formula of alkenes?
H2N plus 2.
So that is the general formula of alkenes. So all the alkenes, remember, only single bond is present between all the carbon and carbon. So we have studied so many examples and all. So everywhere the formula will start like the smallest possible hydrocarbon is alkene. Alkane, that is what? Methane. So from that, every time, how many carbons will increase? One carbon and two hydrogens will increase so that it will turns into how much? C2H6. Okay. It will increase C3H8. Same way C4H10. Same way C5H12. So like this, keep on the number of carbons will keep on increases. So hydrogens also. So in all cases, if you notice it, so one compound to another compound means we can say like a consecutive compounds always will be varies by one carbon and how many hydrogens, guys? Two hydrogens. Understand everyone? So that is what will happen. So now if we take the skeletal structure of this saturated hydrocarbons, so basically we can say a single bond, a skeletal structure in the sense of like without any other elements, just I want to represent basically, then I can say it will be like, for example, if I take C4, then I will represent with like this. Then only I will fill with the other things, filling the whatever the valencies are pending, that all the valencies I will fill with the what? What I will fill. So now how many valencies are pending? 3, here 2, and here 2, and here also again 3. So this one is called as, the name of this one is called as skeletons. Skeleton means like we can say basically which we will study, we will let isomers we will write. So by that time we will say the possibilities. So how many possibilities we can write these arrangements and all, we'll get it like branched chain, straight chain and all. So when we are writing only carbon alone without like filling the other valencies, we used to say it is called as skeleton. So now these skeletons we can fill with the hydrogens. So totally now C4 if you take, how many hydrogens will come? How many hydrogens will come? C4 means 10 hydrogens will come. Is it yes or no? So that is how all the valencies will be failed. So it is named as, what we used to call this one? Butane. So like that, alkanes will come. Now, as we are presently studying alkenes, so always remember E, always minimum one double bond between carbons. So the general structure of alkenes will be like this. Same way, if we take alkyne, wine, YNE is the important thing. So a minimum one triple bond present between carbon and carbon. So that is what we are studying. So as we are continuing now, alkenes. So alkenes means what it is present, all of you? Alkenes means it must be containing one double bond between carbon and carbon. So that is what you have to remember. So now we'll write the first alkene. The smallest alkene is what, guys? Methene or ethene? Anyone?
Ethene.
Ethene.
Remember, if you want to form the alkenes, the minimum number of carbons must be how many? Minimum 2 carbons must be there. So that is why no methane is existed. Do you understand, everybody? No methane exists because methane is only 1 carbon. So alkenes always starts from where, guys? Understanding? Ethene. Number of carbons are how many? 2 carbons. Understand? 2 carbons. And the formula will come C2H4 is the formula of ethene. So ethene after, if you'll take, next one will come propene. So propene C3H6. Next, butene, you'll get it. Everybody, C4H8. So like we can take pentene, we'll get how much, guys? C5H10. So, like this, you can see again here also one consecutive carbons. If you notice it, one compound to another compound, how many carbons and how many hydrogens is increasing? Observe.
One carbon,
Two hydrogen.
So, and if you see, observe carefully, the general formula of this one, if you take a, so it will be varies by, observe very carefully, CnH2n. So all of you remember, these all are saturated. What we are studying now is saturated, because unsaturated, again the formulas will be different. That is the reason I'm saying now we are studying saturated. So alkenes formula will be varies by CnH2n. So if you want to see for 4, if n is equals to 4, then the formula will be C4H2 into 4. So which is equals to how much, guys? C4H2 So that is how the formula will be coming. See here, the same thing. So the general formula of alkenes is CnH2n. Please learn it. General formula is CnH2n. So main thing, remember, all of you, the smallest and the simplest alkene is what, guys? Simplest alkene is called as
Ethene.
ethene. So all of you, please remember, no methane is possible. The simplest alkene is ethene. Also, it is called as, another name is very, very important. Also, we used to call it as ethylene. Is it okay, everyone? We used to call it ethylene. Okay. So now, most of the times in exam, they will ask you with that name only. That is the reason. If you don't know this, the specialty of the chapter is we must know all the names of the compounds. The same compound will be having more number of names. So that is why we should know the common name of ethene is what? Yes, please.
Ethylene.
Ethylene is the common name. So please write it down. Common name and the simplest alkene is ethene. Okay. Next one, the second type of unsaturated hydrocarbons. What is the second type of unsaturated hydrocarbons? Is called as
Alkyne.
Alkynes.
YNE. Alkynes they are. So alkynes means minimum how many triple bonds must be there?
One triple bond.
Between carbon and carbon. So that is what we used to call as alkynes, right? Unsaturated hydrocarbon in which the two carbon atoms are connected by the two carbon atoms are connected by triple bond is called alkyne. So means carbon how many pairs is it sharing, guys? Anybody? How many pairs it is sharing? How many pairs of electrons? Yes, please.
3 pairs.
3 pairs of electrons. Understanding? So 3 pairs of electrons is sharing. Means totally how many electrons? 6 electrons. Okay. So that is what you have to remember. And from now, whatever the compound you will draw the structure, you must draw the 3 structures. One is structural formula. Next one is electron dot structure. Another one is compressed formula. So like this 3 formulas we should draw for every compound. It has to become a practice when we are coming to the time of homologous series. So that is why. So let us take here also the simplest hydrocarbon. What is the simplest alkyne hydrocarbon? Minimum how many carbons must be there? Minimum here also. Yes, what? 2. So here also minimum number of carbons. Minimum 2 carbons is there. So that is why again here also the simplest hydrocarbon alkyne is what, guys?
Ethine.
Ethine. Okay, ethine. The number of carbons is 2. So let us write the formula. So as we know, carbon, what bond is present? Triple bond is present. So how many is remaining? Check it. Only one bond is remaining. So one hydrogen and one hydrogen. So totally how many, guys? Anybody formula? Please.
C2.
CH. Yeah, C2. C2. Very good. Next, again same thing. Increase 1 carbon and 2 hydrogens. 1 carbon and 2 hydrogens. And tell me next what will come? Ethine after what will come? Propine. Okay. So propine 3 will come. So what will happen? Everyone.
C3H4.
C3.
Same way, if we'll take butane, carbons are there. So what will come?
C4H6.
See that every time your presence is very, very important. You have to work out and you have to save it. So then only it will be easy for us to study. Very simple. Okay. Now let us draw the structure of ethine so that you will understand. So ethine is the molecule made up of how many carbons? Check it. Ethine is made up of how many carbons?
2 carbon.
Understanding? So 2 carbons and as well as how many hydrogens? 2 hydrogens. Yes or no? So let us draw structure of ethine, electron dot structure and structural formula. Okay? 3 things you have to draw. First, structure of ethine. So let us see structure of ethine. If I draw, how it will be present. Okay, so now how it will be? How many carbon atoms? You should tell me. 2 hydrogen atoms. Okay, beginning how we are writing with how many carbon atoms? All of you. 2 carbon atoms. Is it S? 2 hydrogen atoms and 2 carbon atoms is going to react. So what is the structural formula will come? All of you. 2 carbon atoms will be like this. Is it S? And 2 hydrogen atoms will be like this. Is it okay, everybody? Please respond. Now, middle. Let us take carbon and carbon as it will be same. So that I will represent with a cross. And totally how many crosses will come? Everyone? Yes,
sir.
please. 6 crosses. And the hydrogen shared by the carbon, I will represent with a dot. So that is how I am doing. So now, this is what? Carbon, and here also carbon. Is it right or wrong? Tell me, everybody. All of you? Yes? So this is what we called as structure of ethyl, okay, molecule. So in exam, I am saying, if they'll ask you, you no need to do this one also. You directly proceed with the direct structure. So just for your convenience, to understand more better how it is happening, I'm showing like this. And as I told you, one you can take dot, another one you can take what? Always you can take with a cross. So it is our convenient. As they are saying, our convenient. So you can follow that one and you make it. Okay, everybody. So this is what structure of ethyl. Okay. So now let us draw electron dot structure. So what is electron dot structure? Anybody? Only you should not show the rounds by that time. Electron dot structure means only electrons you have to represent, no anything. So now, so beating electron dot structure. So your book is also written. They will ask in exam, draw the electron dot structure. So by the time you should draw only electron dot structure. So electron dot structure of ethyl. If you have taken, so first carbon. How many bonds are there? How many bonds? 3 bonds. Understanding? Now, and between hydrogen, only 1 bond. And here also between hydrogen, only 1 bond. So this is what electron dot structure of ethyl. So this is how you should draw electron dot structure. Okay. Next, draw along with me. They will ask you example, structural formula. Okay. So structural formula means, remember, electrons must be represented in the form of lines, bars. Okay, so that is what structural formula. Can anybody tell me what is the structural formula of this one fastly? Yes, what will happen? Yes, brothers. So here how many lines will come? 3 lines will come. Yeah, 1 line and
One.
clear, everyone? So 1 line indicating 1 pair of electron. Totally 3 pairs of electron. So like this only it will come. So this is only structural formula of ethyl. Okay. So please write it. So whenever they will ask you in exam, draw the structural formula, you must be draw like this. All of you understanding or not? Yes. Now,
Sir.
if you will understand like this, okay, the common name of ethyl, again it is very important. The common name of ethyl is acetylene. Okay, so why I am saying always they will ask you for the simplest one with another name. So that is why you must remember this. Okay, guys. So acetylene is the common name of ethyl. So many places in NCERT book will find acetylene only. Okay, the simplest one, hydrocarbon instead of ethyl. So that is why you must know both. That is the reason we are studying. Only common names. For every component will come. So that now it is learning the first always is very important. So now this is what it is. Now let us come to the general formula. General formula. We are studying now saturated or unsaturated. General formula. Okay, of alkynes. Alkynes is CnH2n minus 2. So this is how you have to remember. Yes, condensed formula or structural formula both are same. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But remember, my structural formula also they will say condensed formula. Condensed formula also you have to write the same thing. Okay, so that is good. So now general formula is CnH2n minus 2. So for example, if n is equals to 5, can you tell me what is the formula will come? N is equals to 5. What is it? We
C5.
call as pentine. Understanding? So it is pentine. So what is the formula will come? C5
H8.
into 5 minus 2. So which will come like C5 2 into 10 minus 2, 10 minus 2, which is equals what is the formula, guys? C5H8. So that is how the structure will come. So that is what the general formula of alkynes. Okay. So kindly remember this. All the formulas of general formulas of straight chains are straight chains only. Whatever we are studying now, only what chains? Straight chains. Understanding? So alkanes, alkanes, alkenes, and as well as what? Wines. Remember here, yen, and as well as this one is what? Wine. Yen, wine. Saturated is yen, and remaining two are called as what?
Unsaturated.
Unsaturated. Okay, unsaturated. So this general formula is all of you. Cn, tell me, Cn
H2n plus 2.
and this general formula is Cn
Cn H2n.
H2n.
This general formula is Cn
Cn H2n minus 2.
minus 2. Understand, Mr. Mavanesh? Call to your friends, option this. So this is the points you have to remember regarding saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So it's very, very important while you are writing the things. Is it okay? So please make it fast and note it down. Anybody is having any doubt? Kindly let me know. Clear? Yes, guys? Now. Okay. Okay, right. Very good. Now, right. The next concept which we are going to study is alkyl group. Very, very important when we are writing the compounds nomenclature. Please write it. Alkyl groups, keep heading important. So, what do you mean by alkyl group? So, let us see. This is the most important one when we are writing the nomenclature of the compounds. That is why if you are not understand, ask me once again, I will repeat it. Please all of you give your number and join. So now observe very carefully. Alkyl groups means the group formed by the removal of one hydrogen atom from alkanes. All of you should remember. Removal of only how many hydrogens, guys? One hydrogen. Understanding? One hydrogen from whom, guys? Alkanes or alkenes or alkynes? Alkanes. Okay? Only alkanes. Then it will form a group. That group is called as alkyl group. Okay, all of you. So in that also the first smallest one only it will come in class 10th till end, and the higher classes only will study the next groups. So all of you remember that, everybody, alkyl groups is a group formed by removal of one hydrogen from alkanes is called as alkyl group. Write neatly. A group formed, understand Sai, Monish? A group formed by removal of one hydrogen from alkane. So alkanes, what is the simplest one? What is the simplest alkane? I want to know, everybody.
CH4.
Methane.
Yes, methane. So methane is the simplest alkane with the formula ECH4. Draw the structure, everybody. Tell me the structure, how it will come. C, single bond H, single bond H, single bond H, and single bond H. Now, remove one hydrogen. Understanding? Any hydrogen, your choice. Remove one hydrogen, then what is the structure, everybody? What is the structure will come? All of you.
CH3.
That's into what? C single bond H, single bond H, and single bond H. Here, no element is there. Have you noticed it, everybody? Yes? Please.
Yes.
So that is what you have to remember it. So, this one is called as, what is this called as? Alkyl group. Okay? Alkyl group. And in this alkyl group, the name of this one is called as methyl group. What do you used to call?
Methyl.
Methyl group. Understanding? So the formula of this one will come like this. CH3 bar. Bar means here no atom is there to make it. Okay, guys? So always remember this free line. This is called as, what line we used to call it as? Free line we used to say. Means no combined. So the free line shows on the carbon atom of an alkyl group means that how many valency is free? How many valency is free, guys? All of you. One valency carbon. Understanding? One valency of carbon atom free in alkyl group. Free in alkyl group. So that is what you have to remember it. So that is why always remember the general formula of alkyl group. General formula for alkyl group. Alkyl group. What is the general formula of alkanes? Anybody? Alkanes. CnH plus here one valence is pending. So can you tell me what is the formula will come? You should all tell me. If I add 2, it will be balanced. But it is having only 1. 1 is valency pending. So what is the general formula will come? All of you should at least try.
C2 H2N
Plus
plus 1.
1. If I add plus 2, it is balanced. It is not balanced. One valence is remaining. That is why plus 1. Is it okay, everybody? Girls?
Yes.
Yes. So that is what is the general formula of alkyl group. Your only general group which we are going to use in our class 10 is methyl group. Okay. Now what is the next to this methyl group? Tell me of what will come next one?
Ethyl group.
Ethyl group. So can you tell me ethyl group how it will form? By removing one electron. So from the ethane, what is the ethane formula?
C2H6.
C2H6. So now draw the structure, all of you. All of you should draw. So this is the structure of ethane. Now how many hydrogen should remove?
1.
One hydrogen removed. So that what is the structure will come? One hydrogen is removed. So that the structure will come like this. So C single bond C. Here one hydrogen, here one hydrogen. But here alone what will come?
Free line.
Free line will be there. Free line indicating how many valence electrons are there? Carbon. One valence electron is there. Understand, everybody? So that is why the formula will write condensed formula or the structural formula will be C2H5 line. Is it okay, everybody? Elmukil, Maitreyan?
Yes, sir.
Understand? That is what. So this name of this one, what is the name of this one is called as? Ethyl group. Okay? Ethyl group we used to call as. Now I am saying, remember, the alkyl groups are usually denoted by the alkyl groups is basically denoted by R. What is the letter I am giving with the alkyl group? Which represent with what?
R.
Now are you understanding? Elmukil, that 7th question in book NCRT, sorry, the sample paper. But book it is showing R. Do you understand what is the meaning of R?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sir, how C2H6 will come? C2H6 or C2H8 or ethane. Ethane is C2H6, I am saying. But here one hydrogen is removed. So C2H5 will come. Durga, what is that, Durga? Ethyl group is C2H5, Durga, but I am taking from ethane. Is it okay, Durga?
Okay.
So now observe this R indicating alkyl group. That is why if I'll write always a unpaired electron means the free electron, I will represent like this CH3 dash R. R indicating means what? We can add there one more atom. And do you understand it? One electron is free. And here how it will come? C2H5R. R indicating one electron is remaining. That is the meaning of R. Is it okay, guys? One electron is not shared by any other. So it is ready to share. So I can replace with R here with a hydrogen, or chlorine, or bromine, or whatever it is. Is it okay, everybody? Please respond. Yes. So the alkyl groups usually will be represented by the letter called as R. That is what you have to remember. So this is what about saturated hydrocarbons and as well as unsaturated hydrocarbons, alkenes and as well as alkynes. Anyone is having doubt in this, please kindly let me know. Are you clear? Okay. Now, if you'll understand this, one thing you should remember, formation of alkenes, carbon number starts with n equals to 1. Alkenes and alkynes starts with a carbon number, how much, guys?
2.
Carbon number, everybody, 2. Okay. Now, the next concept which we are going to study is cyclic hydrocarbons. Please all of you keep waiting. Cyclic hydrocarbons. Cyclic hydrocarbons. So here you remember number of carbons, how much it will form? It will start from where? Anyone? Nobody knows?
Propane.
Very good. So remember, if you want to form the cyclic means first thing you should remember, closed rings. So can you tell me what is a closed ring, possible closed ring in mathematics? It is triangle. Understanding?
3.
Triangle. And next one is only square or rectangle. Next one only we can go for quadrilateral or whatever it is. Understanding? So you can take it anything. So that is what. So next only it will be goes to where? Penta, 5, everything you can take. So all of you should remember that. So minimum how many carbons is required here? Minimum number of carbons. N equals to starts from where?
3.
Equals to 3. So if you want to form the cyclic hydrocarbons, okay, so you must need to form a ring. Closed structure must be there. So such hydrocarbons is called as cyclic hydrocarbons. Understanding? So other than straight chain and branched chain. So totally 3 kinds of hydrocarbons we can form. So first one is what? Straight chain hydrocarbons. Next one is what? Branched chain hydrocarbons. And now we are studying what, guys? What we are studying? Cyclic hydrocarbons. Okay. So branched straight chain, just arrangement of carbons, but always with the same number of, and there is no kind of a closed rings will be appears in this. So now it will come to the cyclic hydrocarbons. Everywhere we will get completely closed rings will be forming. That is what we are going to see now. Okay. Propane. So what is the name of this type of formula? This formula is called as condensed formula. Okay?
Sir,
Okay.
the expressing that H3 means,
H3.
instead of putting bond, we will mention.
Actually, we can write in the form of like with the bonds, or else we can write combined. Then also it is called as condensed formula. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Now, let us write. So here also remember, these cyclic hydrocarbons, as I told you, minimum how many bonds will be there? Sorry, minimum how many carbons it will start? Always remember, cyclic hydrocarbons starts from how many?
3.
Okay, number of carbons is 3. So again, these cyclic hydrocarbons also classifying into 2 types. One is what? Anybody?
Saturated and unsaturated.
Saturated cyclic hydrocarbons. Okay, and second one is unsaturated hydrocarbons. Saturated. Second one is unsaturated. So what is the saturated? Again, same thing. Again, how much? Again, how much? Only single bonds are present. Okay, guys, everybody. Only single bonds are present. And here, only at least how much? At least one double bond between
triple.
carbon and carbon, or at least how much?
1 triple bond.
One triple bond. Again, the same thing. Okay, there is no change in that. So be very careful with that.